So I just ran into a quick problem I thought AI could solve for me. I was downloading some training videos, one for the presentation and then the other for the people talking. They are not the same. So the audio would be the same for both, except for the fact that the file that has the presentation has no audio. So when you view them in the web viewer, it kind of shows two videos at once and it just plays the audio from the one file. Well, me being the person that I am, I wanted to download the files so I could speed them up and play them faster or have AI summarize them. But then I realized, wait a minute, there's no audio on the file that I really want to track with. So what I'm going to do is see if AI can help me move the audio from the file that has audio to the one that doesn't and make sure that's all synchronized. So let's see if we can do that. I've named the two files after downloading them so that it's very obvious which is which. And we are just going to ask AI and see what it'll do. So first and foremost, I'm going to pick what I want to use here. I'm just going to use Claude, Gemini, and ChatGPT in an app called ThinkBuddy. So I'm going to explain to it. I have two videos that are essentially the same. One has audio, one does not. I want to merge the file with video with the audio from the file that has audio. Here are the two file paths. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save the directory of each one. So I have an app called Alfred where I can trigger and say copy path to clipboard. So I'm going to do that. And then I'll paste it in a new line here. So there's the one. I'll do the same with the other. Copy path to clipboard. And then I'll paste it in here. And I'm just going to see what AI comes up with. While it does that, let me just prove to you that there is no audio on one of these. So the one that says yes audio, in the get info page, it says audio channel, mono. The one with no audio has no audio channel. It's just completely silent. So what I'm going to do is see what the AI says and go from there. So Claude has given me a solution, Gemini has given me a solution, and ChatGPT has given me a solution. They all look essentially the same. I'm just going to go with Claude. It tells me to install Homebrew and FFmpeg, which is the tool that will do this for me. I already have that installed. If you didn't, you'd have to ask the AI how to set that up, or you could Google it. But in any event, I'm just going to take this terminal command here. Before I use it, I want to double check that it's not going to do anything nefarious. So let me look at the summary. It takes both input files, copies this video from the first, takes the audio from the second, and then creates a new output file. And then if I look at the code here that I'll throw into terminal, it looks like that's what it's doing. So let's find out. So I'm going to open up my terminal app. Here it is. And I'm going to paste that in. And obviously do this at your own risk, but here we go. So I hit enter, and now it is converting the file. It's doing it at 180 times, so this should be pretty quick. It's an hour-and-a-half file, but in any event, it will process that through. And then I'll get back to you once it's done. Okay, the file has now finished. It went ahead and it processed for a little while here, went through all the frames, and it says that the file is done. So what happened was that when it selected the output directory, it did not set a directory. So it's probably under Airflow. But in any event, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use one of the other prompts that we were given here. So on the one hand, I could say to the AI, hey, the output directory is wrong. And maybe I'll just do that. The output directory is not provided correctly. That'll probably just solve the problem. And it'll go ahead and it'll correct the output directory. There we go. So now that will work. So let's go ahead and put that in. I'll paste that in, let it run again, and sure enough, the training merged is going ahead and being added here. With the process complete now, we now see the file is in the directory, and sure enough, if I open it up here, you'll see that we have the file with the audio included. So that's worked pretty well. I'll double check and make sure it works, but ultimately, this is just a simple way that you can use AI to accomplish a kind of difficult task that you may not really know how to do, or would otherwise have to use a complicated video converter like DaVinci Resolve or something else. So just an idea that you can try out next time you have a problem converting something like a file or an image or anything like that. Give AI a try and see if it does it.